Hello and welcome to Vintage Magazine Monday. Rod and Custom, April 1958. Got a little DIY chrome plating, the lowdown on lowering. Got a slammed out Chevy there. New custom ideas for the 50 Merc. Good looking Merc there. Moving inside, a little ad for New House Automotive Industries. Of course, our table of contents. You guys are looking for something in particular. Let's see if it's in this episode. Starting line, might as well start there. As always, pause and read at your leisure. Moving along, we got the Auto Mart. Got some different units here. Some lucite knobs. Looks like some sort of solid lifter conversion for your hydraulic lifters. Interesting. Reader's rights. Again, if you want to pause, read, zoom in on your devices. Continue at the end of the magazine. There's our cover car. You're looking white Chevy. Bill Hoffman's Fleet Stovebolt holds 6 quarter-mile records in and around the Oregon area. Though a low look may cause a bit of a head wagging, let us hasten to add that for use on the strip, the Chevy is raised quite a bit. We defy anyone to lower any car further than this. The 3/4 race, 6-in-a-row power plant. Runs it up to the high 80s in the showdown. The secret, of course, is a suspension setup that permits quick and easy raising or lowering, depending upon the use of which the car is to be put. And other than this novel feature, the car is also unique in that it isn't a hardtop, or wasn't until it went under post-removal surgery. The result is a Chevy that looks more like a hardtop than the stock 54 hardtop did. For the side window space is nearly 10 inches longer than on the stocker. It's a trophy grabber wherever it goes, whether it's up or down. There's a sharp looking Chevy. As you can see, it is way down low. 54 Chevy headlight rims were French 2 fenders of the 53 to gain the deep set look. The many-tooth grille is from a Corvette, slightly reworked to fit the 2 doors yawning cavity. With the car converted to a hardtop, quarter glass is now slid in and out of position. Loss of center prevents raising and lowering of the glass in the generally accepted method. Here we got the Stark interior affords single seating only. Dragon slicks are stored as shown, are mounted before runs at the drags. Fire extinguisher and fuel pressure tank occupy the passenger side. Backseat area is empty, covered with a tarp to conceal empty void. The power plant, the 235-inch 6 is equipped with oversized intake valves, an Iscadarian cam, Thomas lifters, a Corvette intake, and exhaust manifolds. A Rockford 9-inch clutch, power being transmitted via 37 Packard floor shift box. Fuel from the 3 Carter side drafts is squeezed beneath a ported and polished head. Though always kept in showroom condition, the Chevy is no slouch in the Go department, as a good many Dragon competitors can attest. A few more shots there. Nice taillight treatment. Good looking Chevy. The lowdown on lowering. Got the copper cart there. Little shoebox Ford lay-in frame. Talking about the different ways to lower it. Front end, well, you have leaf springs. You can re-arch them. Get some dropped axles. Relocate the springs on the underside instead of over top. course, you can always cut the coils. One of the better ways is to get a drop spindle. Spindle spacers. There's your drop spindles before and after. Change the center point of that spindle. Rear end lowering. Typically leaves in the back. You can run some blocks for quick and easy lowering. Short stuff, 82 inches of go. The Knights Auto Club of California had, since the club's inception in '54, wanted to build a club project dragster. Funds being somewhat on the short side, despite the 33 generous members who put what they could into the community pot. They had only the engine completed after several years' work, so member Gary Hartstock, who had been slaving away on a dragster of his own, decided to let the club's engine provide the push he needed. No sooner said than done, and short stuff was the result. It's got a Olds 345 cubic inch engine. A little interesting, they're on a solid mounted rear end. Cabin shot. Kind of an oversized go-kart. Chrome plating at home. The larger of the two speed plate kits available contains quite a quantity of materials in addition to wire leads, grinding and buffing wheels, the buffing compound. There are 10 4-ounce bottles, which are of rust removing solution, metal polish, copper, and bright plate solutions, and paint stripper for removing paint from metal items not previously plated. Small batch chroming. Of course, a beautiful grille of the Rod and Custom Dream Truck. Here's our cover car. Up Washington Way, they call it the Sahara. The unusual new idea grill was made from two 51 Kaiser bars spaced apart by 10 chrome parts, each of which is filled with translucent plastic. Grill's background is chrome mesh, sometimes referred to as expanded metal. The front bumper is void of its guards, and all the holes have been filled. The headlights were French, using chrome-lined rims from the '52 Ford. That's a pretty slick-looking grill. Good-looking Merc. Sahara's interior is finished in gold, white, and silver Naugahyde. The inner furnishings are only part of the car, not reworked by the brothers. Note that the dash panel has been fully padded. Once a conventional coupe, body center post has been removed, giving hardtop look. Dog does not drive the car. It's an all-around good-looking rod. Scooping up a storm, the nifty 55 Ford pickup that we sliced into quad headlights and taillights. Again, getting some work. Put some scoops into that hood. There's the final product, kind of hidden by the striping pattern. Go-Kart Grand Prix. Literally dozens of go-karts turned out one day last January for the first Grand Prix event for the pint-sized carts, held at the Eastland Shopping Center in West Covina, California. Permission for use of the 5-acre area was granted by the sponsoring May County company, well-known Southern California department store chain. Parking lot Grand Prix. Check out some of the shots. Very casual attire for racing. A couple of helmets in that picture. There's a layout. Steed's Spirited Steed. With the help of his father, Charles Steed built the Roadster body of fiberglass using a wood and plaster mold. With only 4 anchor bolts, the 3-layer body is removable for access to the car's innards in 2 minutes. The total 1,850-pound weight of the Roadster is proportion 950 rear, 900 front, so handling should be extremely good. Black and white photos do not do the seminal red and white paint job justice. A first place trophy was snatched at the 2nd annual Rod and Custom Review, the only show in which the Rod has entered. Nice little home-built hot rod. Building a rail racing chassis. Rods and customs and miniature. Go-Karts and slot cars really taking off. The parts before assembly. Soldering the chassis together. Yeah, we got Honest Charlie's ad. Nice double ad. Hear and see. Pause and read as you wish. First we got some Go-Kart ads. Flywheel. More Go-Karts. Odds and ends. Replates Autochrome out of the 48 out of Arizona. Floyd Uckley started to build his car from one of the saddest looking deuces ever, but you'd never know it. A hopped up Olds V8 reposes now where the flathead used to, and the streets of Phoenix are often graced by the appearance of the trim little Highland Green 3-window. Looks like a sharp little unit. 54 Ford Vic. Some nice exterior touches. Got Olds taillights. Odds and ends. More Go-Kart ads. Who's this? Pinstripe decals by Gosh. Don't know that I've heard of that one specifically. J.C. Whitney. Getting to the end. Reader's Rights. Finishing those off. From Japan. Talking about that Japan custom. Pretty cool. Satellites. Ever popular taillight treatment, still seen today. Lowering parts, back pressure, I don't know if you're really factoring that in correctly with the diminishing returns, but so be it. Great for 58. Custom Cars Annual, Hot Rod Annual. And that'll wrap her up for April 1958 of our Rod and Custom. Make it to the end. As always, I do thank you for watching the video. And with that, I'll see you next time.